Parallels can be used within Softube Modular. 5 modules allow you to build the perfect soundscape synthesizer, or pair it with other modules for unlimited possibilities. The 5 modules that come with Parallels are the source, shape, mod, envelope, and effects. Since the source can receive polyphonic MIDI, you could connect the source directly to the main output and quickly get a sound. Use the arrows at the top to flip between different sources. You could also browse your sources by category. The large knob in the middle of the module allows you to select the start point for your color. This will drastically change the timbre of your sound. The source module features its own built-in envelope for the color movement. And this determines how the parallel source sweeps through the waveform. You also have a built-in envelope for the amp. Let's connect our source directly to the shape module and then to the output. As we adjust our resonator filter, you can hear us start to bring in some vocal-like sounds. A low-pass gate filter allows us to adjust the amount of resonance and also the slew when we're modulating our frequency. And a state variable filter allows us to tip the filter in different directions to get different types, adjust resonance, and adjust the frequency. Let's connect our MIDI to CV gate to the envelope module, and then the output of the envelope to control the shape frequency. You can also use the envelope to modulate the shape resonance. Of course, you could also use the envelope as a traditional amp envelope, like we see here in our patch that contains depth-for modules. Let's take a look at the incredibly powerful mod module. Random is essentially a Fibonacci linear feedback shift register. We're running this into a series of sample and hold modules that are summed within a CV mixer, sent into a quantizer, and then the output is sent into rings to provide the sound. Switching to an LFO gives us a completely different result. A sequencer allows us to customize exactly how we want the CV to be sequenced. We could customize the length, or draw in your own sequence. We could also sequence triggers. The Euclidean module is great for triggering drums, and we'll check that out later. And of course, because we're working within Modular, you could take things to extreme examples. Here's the random module creating Atari 2600 style explosion sounds. While the source module has the ability to receive MIDI directly, there's nothing stopping you from using an external sequencer, like this MIDI step sequencer. But let's make this a little more interesting by connecting the Parallels effects module. We'll run the source into the effects module and then the stereo output to our main output. Add some distortion. Adjust your chorus parameters. Add depth and movement with the flanger. Or set your delay to get an awesome rhythmic effect. And our effects section wouldn't be complete without an amazing sounding Softube reverb. While the Parallels Effects module only allows you to run one effect at a time, there's nothing stopping you from running multiple Parallels Effects modules to take advantage of multiple effects at once. With some basic understanding of the 5 modules that come with Parallels, you'll be on your way to making some great sounding patches. Listen here to how the Euclidean module triggers the bass drum heartbeat module. Let's run the mod module sequencer into the shift of the Euclidean sequencer so that it's not consistent from measure to measure. Let's bring in our clap, bring in our hi-hat, and mix in some synth. Let's run our entire patch into a shape module and then into an effects module. And let's modulate the filter frequencies using the sequencer. Parallels for Modular. It's more than just the 5 modules that make up the standalone Parallels. It's 5 modules that allow you to combine with every other module within Softube Modular for unlimited possibilities.